What up, my podcast people?
Welcome back for our 5th episode, and it is our 3rd episode in this series on mental health. And today we'll be talking about all things just mom and rediscovering ourselves.
Rediscovering.
We are more than moms.
Moms.
We're reclaiming what got buried.
Reclaiming.
We're going to talk about what we're dealing with, and like how we kind of lose our identity, basically. And we're coming out of our shells. We are.
By the way, I'm Courtney.
Oh, shoot. We are your hosts. My name's Chandra.
Courtney. And Chelsea. You should know us by now.
Yeah, you know.
How many times do we have to be this repetitive?
So we're going to start off by talking about the losses of identity in motherhood. And we all know what happens.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how easy it is to become defined by the routines and everything else that we take care of on the day-to-day as mothers.
Routines, responsibilities, roles, day in and day out. It's repetitive.
It's a lot.
And I do feel like we get stuck in a mold. I do feel like we repeat the cycles over and over again. Excuse her.
A little burpee over here. It's fine. I'm jacked up on espresso again. Excuse me. I'm about to have an energy drink too. Go.
We're talking about the roles in the mold and how we like continuously kind of keep going through the cycle and kind of get stuck in that mom title.
Yeah. It's a lot.
We need to restart.
No, this is good. Keep it up. Come on, Channy, you're the host.
Oh
Give me
my
some bullet
gosh.
points to talk about. I just run my mouth. I'm just here to run my mouth.
Okay, here we go. Mom first, woman later.
Okay. That's unfair.
It's unfair. It isn't who
In my
we are.
mom
Who we
brain, it sounds fair.
Oh, 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's so unfair.
It is.
Like, I want to.
Be you again.
Yeah.
Like in our old days when we used to go wrap Josh Brady's truck with saran wrap and put black on our eyes.
And wear black shirts.
Yeah. And not have a carefree care in the world. I don't know if that made sense. Shut up.
I think we just have to find it, you know? Like,
Well, we
it's
have
up
to make
us
time for it,
to
I think,
make
is the
time to do
problem.
that.
Yeah. We don't have time. That's the thing that we're shortened on is time. Mm-hmm. We have a schedule of all the things for our kids, which is what we signed up for, right? You have to be selfless when you have children. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's selfish to make time for you to be who you want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Without our own identity, we can't fulfill the identity of a mother.
And also, too, I think, I mean, at least I see it in my kids. They are obviously, there's a hair. They're obviously watching everything you do. And my kids act just like me. And I don't think you should have to give up yourself to be so serious about being a mom that you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I see myself in my kids because they see me being an idiot. I mean, let's just call it as it is. Let's call it spade a spade. I'm still an idiot. I just don't do.
Well, and that's okay. You want your kids to know that it's okay to be lighthearted. It's okay to have fun. It's okay for life to be messy sometimes. It's okay for literal chaos. Like,
literally.
I think it's good that that they are who you are.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it's okay to give yourself time to be who you were prior as well.
Yeah.
Outside of that circle.
Yeah.
But so the next question would be, how do you do that?
Well, first it is realizing that you're stuck in that mold. So like the signs that you've lost yourself. If you don't see those signs, then you're never going to fix it. So I think realizing that you feel invisible or that you feel like a little twinge of that resentment, like that, oh, I miss who I was.
Sitting in the feelings versus, I had a moment like that the other day. I call them moments where you ever just like are almost numb and you're just sitting there and you're like, what am I doing? Yeah. Like, why do I feel like this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think moms feel that mentally and physically. Because I know sometimes like that postpartum time frame, I'm like, who am I physically? Like you just kind of grow into hating how your body looks at that moment and how you feel, like tired, groggy, that brain fog that still doesn't go away from, pregnancy. And just like emotionally, like you just kind of start resenting,
Resenting yourself.
Yeah. But then you got to like get out of it,
Yeah.
but you got to see those signs. Otherwise you you won't know that you need to fix it.
It's
you know?
tough. It's tough to really sit back in the feelings and catch the signs. So what is, in your situation, what would be, do you have a certain, not situation, is there a certain time in your life where you noticed it? And what was it that made you notice it?
I think whenever I realized like I was putting my dreams and interests and like aspirations aside, and I was like,
Okay.
I tell Josh all the time, I'm like, I feel like I'm more than what I've become, you know? And so like I've always been very business driven, very like education driven, professionally driven. And then I kind of just became like this mom, you know? And not only by giving birth to a baby, but then basically taking in 3 more and becoming instant family. It was like I kind of lost my identity. I was just like the new mom.
Yeah.
And so that's when I was like, I have to take back control of like who I am.
Yeah.
And find my interest again and like dive back into my business and like self-growth and hobbies and things, you know, that I want to do. And I think like starting this, I think I was like, I really miss that drive and like the woman culture and like, and things like that. And that's why I was like, I'm going to go for this, you know?
Yeah.
I know it was off the whim and it was a random phone call, but it was like,
I
that
think
was
I
my
agree with
first
that.
push.
I think when I noticed that, like, and I'm only 10 and a half months in of like physical motherhood, but just the hobbies and like the self-interest, like what do I enjoy doing? What did I enjoy doing that I don't get to do now? And then when you guys did ask to do this, I'm like, I was hesitant, but now doing it, I'm just like, these are my self-care days sometimes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just getting to
I
hang
look
out with
forward
you
to it.
guys and talk. Same. It's
Yeah.
so fun. You
Our
never know what
Mom
you're
and
going to get.
Mondays are like, I enjoy them. It's like
Yeah.
my time to be me.
Yeah.
You know?
And sometimes you have to step outside of the norm to be able to accomplish that.
You got to step out of your comfort zone.
That or just making yourself a priority enough to make the time for that specific thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, and that's hard to do sometimes.
Is there a million other things that I could be getting done right now? Oh, yeah.
I should be at work right now. Sorry, babe. I'll be there later.
Just a different kind of work.
But
We need her more.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 3 amigos would not be complete.
Yeah,
without
it wouldn't be the
of us.
3 amigos.
dose.
Dos, tres.
I think the like really realizing that invisible feeling, like the I am this shell of a mom, and like
It's a cycle.
yeah, and it's like I am not invisible. Like I am so much more than that. I am this, you know, leader. I am this strong, independent person. I'm gonna find that again.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that time when you're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get right with who I am and make steps in getting there.
And you have to give yourself that permission. You have to give yourself permission to
Yes.
be more.
You're allowed to
Yes.
want more than motherhood. Like
Yes.
I wanted so bad to be a mom, and it's like I have it, but it's like that doesn't define me. Like it is a part of me,
Yes.
but it is not my key role. Like you can have and fulfill multiple roles.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to prioritize certain roles in certain
I was
situations.
going to say it might be your most important role.
Right.
Your most rewarding role.
Definitely more rewarding for sure.
Like that's the most rewarding thing I've ever gotten to do is raise our son. But you have to allow yourself to be okay with having more.
Because he's
being
going to
more.
grow up and he's going to go have his own roles. And then if you were just stuck in that one motherhood role, then who are you when that nest is empty?
That's exactly why you should also make your marriage a priority, because by the time, you know, I was stuck in like when I had my first kid, I was always like, it's always kids first. I don't care if I'm married. I don't care this. It's always the kid first, and then, you know, the spouse, and then me or whatever. But the older you get, you have to realize that, yeah, you have to take into account that although your kids should be the number one priority, you also have to balance your marriage with your spouse, because if you don't, the kids leave, and then what? Where are you at as a person, and
Right.
where's your spouse at?
I think I read something one time that ultimately Christ first,
Absolutely.
spouse second, children third.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you really do think about it,
It makes sense.
it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Total sense. And then you're molding not only you for your older life, but you're molding your kids to make priorities in their lives too. They're going to see it.
Yep.
And that's really important, because I think a lot of people now, it's hard with the broken world, broken society, broken families. I mean, It's heavy.
It is heavy.
Yeah.
I think giving yourself permission to be more is also that guilt versus growth kind of thing. Like you're always going to have that mom guilt in the back of your mind, but that growth, if you think about it, you have this guilt, but this growth, don't let this guilt hold you back, because this growth is going to help you elevate.
Yes.
And this growth is going to bring your family so much more.
So much more.
So,
And that's, you know, she has a lot to say too. So, I mean, I can't blame her for that, Aspen.
She agrees.
She also agrees, because she is a she, and she is not a mom though. But she's a she, so. All right, just ignore the cut there. Her husband came in and started a whole bunch of baloney. All right, so there's that.
hey, I had to thank him because he went and mowed our other property's grass today. So, like, thank you, hubby.
Thanks, Josh.
So we're going to pick back up on reclaiming you. So we'll kind of dive into like each of ourselves and like the curiosity of what did I love before?
Or what do
Being
you
a mom.
love more now than before?
True.
Because you can grow, like you said,
grow.
you grow into, even though motherhood's just not, you shouldn't be completely soul dedicated on the motherhood side that you lose yourself. But there's a lot of things I used to do back then that I'm like, no, I kind of like more of what I do now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for
Getting
example?
into bed a little bit earlier. Like, I really like that.
Yeah, instead of staying out into the bar at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't miss
We all
the
have those
bar
days.
hopping.
I
life.
don't either. And you know, every now and then, like having a little winery day with your friends.
Yeah.
Which
But
we
the-
should
Or
do, by the way.
We should.
going to Mexican and margaritas, you know?
Oh, I love
Like a-
Mexican.
a little day trip.
loves it. I love it so much. I could eat Mexican every day.
Josh's family has Mexican heritage, and his grandma makes the best enchiladas.
Grandma
now
Mary needs to come over so we can
Grandma's
have
got to come over.
enchiladas.
kind of actually upset
And I love
I've
that
never
his
been invited.
grandma's name's Mary, and our grandma was Mary. So it's like,
That's really cool.
I was like, we're connected.
That's cool.
Like, what did I love before? Quiet. I think we all can.
Just
like
some peace every now and
the
then?
peace, the like.
Or having to worry less
The-
about somebody else and more about yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the getting up and going. Like, we have always been spontaneous people. Like, call up, hit the
Let's go.
road.
You know
Want to
that.
go do this, want to go do that. And now you just got to kind of tweak your plans a little bit. You got to
Pre-plan.
schedule them. Yeah, pre-plan.
Like when we went on the cruise, dude. Oh my gosh, I still
Can
think
we
about
do
that.
that again?
I just found those pictures on my camera, my professional camera.
such a good
And I
time.
just put them in a folder on my thing.
That
I had to put them
was
on my USB and bring
7
them over
years
here.
ago.
That was a long time
I
ago.
only know that because it was the year that Trent and I started dating.
Was it 2019?
2018?
2018.
We
Okay.
got to do it again. Like, just traveling with the people. Like, we still make it a point to travel a lot, but I think like your group has grown. Our group's tripled in size basically. So it's
Well,
like,
I back then you guys didn't have kids. I already had kids, so
Yeah.
I had to figure that out.
Yeah.
But it was still on that cruise. It was just me. I had to worry about me.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
alone. And making her
Perhaps
mad.
we take
She
our
got mad.
podcast on a cruise.
we could podcast on a cruise.
So cool.
That would be so
Or
fun.
That'd be so
at
much
a theme
fun.
park, like anywhere really.
But going back, no, I think that's one thing that I do miss. I do miss probably the most is just being able to get up and go. The easiness of just me and Trent time.
Yeah.
Going out, enjoying each other's presence.
Yes.
And it's like now it's like you're packing 500 things and like
Or having to figure out
let
who's
me
going to watch
feed
them.
you.
Yes.
Like I'll feed the baby before I get to even feed myself. I'll sit down at the dinner table to eat at night after I prepared the dinner, and my kids are asking for seconds, and I haven't even sat down with my plate.
See, most of the time I'm eating while I cook because I want it hot.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not asking
That's
for seconds
really
until we
smart.
all eat.
Yeah, I just eat because they always mess around. So I'll just be like, well, I'm just going to eat while I'm
Shannon's like,
cooking.
I
and
munched. Now I can feed y'all.
But
Which
see,
is
like,
bad, though,
family time to
because-
me is like I'm a family dinner person. I always
that's
said I would
bad
be,
for
and
me.
like we still do it.
Yeah.
When I met them, like they would sometimes eat in the living room and apart, and I'm like immediately nixed it. I was like, we're eating at the
We
dinner
grew
table.
up at the
Dinner
room,
table.
dining room table. Like we always had our meal together at the dining room
See,
table.
and I should do better.
Do
at
you
that.
remember our friend family meals?
Mm-hmm.
We would all eat at the table, we'd go around saying what we were thankful for that day.
Yeah.
And then I stopped getting
Gosh,
invited.
I
clearly.
forgot about those guys. Things
I
that
just-
we
that we'd forget about.
that have changed.
Somehow I always cooked.
Somehow, if somebody else would have cooked, you'd have been like, no, just get out of my way. I'll do it.
We just have to make space, I think, for like even if it's 10 minutes for like that rediscovering time for who we are, you know?
Who are we outside of motherhood? That's a real question. Who are you?
You're Chelsea Oaks.
That's weird. I'm still not used to that. I've always been Chelsea Kress.
You're still on my phone as Chelsea
I
Krause.
think you
and it
are
asked
also
me
still in mine.
to update your name, and I just still can't do it. I'm sorry, Brandon. I love you, but
CC for life, baby. I asked him, I said, hey, there's a Brandon Krause already, so why don't we just, you take my last name? He's like, hell no.
I saw a clip on TV. No, not TV. It was, I think, TikTok. One of my old coworkers is on her bachelorette party weekend, and it said, can't wait for so-and-so to be the last name of the bride. And I was like, that's hilarious. Because,
oh my gosh.
And it was like, Mr. So-and-so, and it was her last name. And I'm like, yeah, let's normalize that.
Yeah, not in my household. I like it now. Don't worry.
I think there's more and more women not changing their name.
There's
maybe
a lot, or
that's-
hyphenating it.
Maybe that's their identity. Who knows? Like, they just want to maintain their identity that way.
Yeah. I guess, well, then that could almost spiral into a whole nother topic. Like, when do you, like, let go of your
Of
identity?
who you were
Who you weren't once.
You know what I
to
mean?
make space for who
For
you
new-
want to become.
Yeah.
That's deep.
I think that can
I'm
cause a
telling you.
lot of issues with parenting. Like, if you're kind of stuck in who you once were, because it's definitely a change. You have to modify
change.
life a lot. And,
Yes.
and come out of that selfless or
Selfish.
selfish phase into that selfless phase.
Yes.
And
And I can understand that can be hard for some people. I don't know, man.
Well, and I think that's just why some people aren't concerned to be parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Some
hey,
of them,
to each
yeah.
their own.
That's true. And then some parents just are so involved in their self-identity that they are neglecting becoming better for their kids. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah, true.
This
I
could
think-
really spiral into several different ways. Wow.
I think the reclaiming the pieces of you basically starts with like that curiosity of going back and being like, who was I before? What pieces of who I was before do I want to maintain
Right.
and carry forward? Like,
So is there a piece of you that you have held on to that you know you'll never let go of? Or is there a piece of you that you wish you wouldn't have let go of? Like, one of the things that I think that I've always kind of been is thank God that wasn't Alani. That would have been an issue.
it was just my phone.
One of the things that I feel like I've held on pretty closely and that I haven't changed much on is the comical side. Like, I've always just been a loudmouth idiot. I mean, that's just how I've always been. You like it or you don't. I mean, it is what it is. So that's something I feel like I've never really truly lost.
Yeah.
I think it's just you see less of it because I'm more involved in doing things with my kids.
I've
got
always
that
been
mom
super
face.
carefree, and I feel like I'm still the same carefree person that I was. Like, not a lot can phase me.
Yeah.
I'm just more anxious.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I'm
for
still
sure.
so fresh. You know what I
Very
mean?
fresh. Well, I'd love to tell you it gets easier, but it doesn't. The anxious never goes away.
Yeah.
I think you just manage it better. The more you are, the longer you're in motherhood, like physically, I think you just learn to manage it better.
It's not as new, and it's kind of like it
and
kind
a lot of Jesus.
softens up.
I've had to.
We need
I've
Jesus.
learned a lot that you have when you pray about it. You literally
Let go.
In my head, I think of it like this: when they say you have to give it to Jesus and let it go, I take like a really deep breath, and then as soon as I exhale and as soon as that breath's over, I don't think about it again. I'm like, okay, I give it to you. You do what you need to do with it. It's out of my hands. And
Trent's
you just,
gonna come in the room, and I'm just gonna be like,
yeah, literally. There's some times that I've been crying on the floor, and Brand's like, and he like darts right back down. I'm like, just give me a minute. Just hold on a minute. I do it a lot in the shower, actually.
Talk to God. Yeah.
Yeah, or just cry it out. It's hard to really let go. Like, that's not something that's just you say it and
It happens overnight.
It's a lot of practice because sometimes I still catch myself, but then you have to kind of try to remind yourself, hey, I gave it to him. So me worrying about it is going to do nothing.
It's easy to say it and forget it, but it's definitely hard to do.
Very hard. Very hard. It takes a lot of practice. And
Lots of praying about it.
man,
For sure. That's where
get a little deep here.
That's where the making space is. You know, make that 10 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
talk to him, tell him what you need,
No.
journal it out.
Journal it out. Pray. Like I have like a little praying journal that instead of like praying in my head, I'll pray writing it.
yeah.
And it's funny to go back and look at some of those now because I'm like, he answered that prayer. Or I wonder what's processing on this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to journal
Or what
so
is in the
much.
way for
Yeah.
making me process.
What am I you block your own blessings. I have learned. It's crazy because if you are so hung up on one thing, you literally could be blocking the blessing that you've been wanting but you're so hung up on the anxiety or the I need to control it
What?
that you're
Don't
blocking
block it
yourself.
with your anxiety.
I know.
Let
It's
go.
a lot
I'm
easier
working on
said.
it.
Let
Yeah.
go.
Working on it.
And let go.
I think a lot of it is just like post traumas, but I
Yeah.
feel like I think I'm really growing. You know what I mean?
You're good. Like even through your traumas, like you're good.
I think you're doing a lot better than probably a lot of other people out there,
Yeah.
which is really sad, but everybody has their own story. And that's the thing, like what you said earlier. What was I saying? Like you grow
You
when
grow
you
through what you go through.
Yeah.
You grow through.
I
what
mean,
you go through.
everybody's story is different, and I can't relate to you on certain aspects, and you won't be able to relate on other aspects. But that's what's really great about being a human being.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
And I think like something that kind of takes me back to reclaiming me, as you guys know, I've always been like a planner. I love planning outings, planning events. I'm spontaneous like that. I still am. Like the other day, or just random
Less
things.
organized now.
But
for sure.
I think you still get to do that in a way sometimes.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt you, but like you get to do watching you do it as a mom is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're planning different things in a new way, but it's still really cool.
I think of it as I'm planning adventures that feel like mine. You know, like now it's like my family. And it's like, but I don't get lost in that moment. And it's like my family isn't just who's under my household. My family is like friends and extended family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I still work hard at keeping that at the forefront. So I try and
Your spontaneous
Try and
side of
keep
you
me.
and traveling has not simmered at all.
No.
You are pretty good on that. This lady just went to Rome the other day.
yeah, I just came back from Rome.
Wow.
I still think back and I'm like, oh gosh, I want to go there and do that. So it's definitely like something I would go back and do again. There's
I definitely think you
So
haven't
much
lost
there.
that. Is there something that you feel like you have lost that you'd like to reclaim?
I think it was my identity in my career and profession. And I think that that's something
That's
like,
right. You went into that already.
yeah. And I
Okay.
think it's just like getting back into that and making sure like I put my business back at the front, you know.
So you
I
still
put
want to be a
myself-
nurse practitioner or have
I still want to do the pediatrics. But I think it was like I left Glennon in St. Louis to just kind of focus on being that mom for a little bit. So it's like I've done that. I've saw, you know, my husband progress in his career, which it took me stepping back a little bit to allow for his growth, you know. And I don't think that that's a downfall. I think it was the support he needed. You know, I think
Yes.
that it takes, like I said, the balancing kind of
Give and take.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give and take.
Like we couldn't both get there at the same time, but I think it's easier as a family if we each took our stepping stones.
Yes.
And so
I agree.
it's like I haven't lost it. Like it's still my identity.
Put it
Like,
on the back burner.
I still completed my master's in pediatrics. Like I still am an RN. I'm still all of a business owner, all those things, but it's kind of like I simmered it down, you know, a little bit. And now it's like, I'm ready to light the fire per se. Back up. Yeah. I think embracing a new identity within motherhood is like, I think that's what I did was I embraced that motherhood
role
moment. Yeah.
You're not going back to who you were. You're evolving.
Yeah.
Evolving. I like that.
It's been a lot of evolving because like when you go from 0 to 3, she laughs every time I say this because I mean it's crazy a little bit.
I just thought of Pokemon when you said
what?
She
I
has
thought about
boys.
Pokemon
She's talking-
when you said evolve. I just
Evolving. Oh,
thought about like, oh, we used to be a Charmander and now we're turning into a Charizard.
she was a boy mom before
I love
Eevee.
Pokemon. Anyways,
So it's not like going back to who I was. It's just like evolving basically. And that's like something that's big that we all have to learn to embrace basically, like in our new role.
oh yeah, and I think you can discover new things about yourself that you like too. It's not
Yeah.
just like missing your old self, even though at times there's definitely, we've already talked about missing our old selves and the freedom of it. But I think there's a lot of cool things that you learn, you discover about yourself in motherhood that you're like, man, I like this version of me.
There's so many.
We are badasses basically.
Yeah.
We are strong.
There's so many things that I'm doing now that I did not think that I could do. And I'm like, I'm crushing it.
The woman body,
Crushing it.
the woman like just like as a whole is just phenomenal. You know, like our minds.
Don't get me
All
too,
of it.
dude. I will spiral. We literally create a life inside of our bodies. Okay, that is so weird. So weird. Oh my gosh. I could never. I would have.
I
never
told
been
Josh
able
the other
to.
day because I was talking about like cells and like, you know, the male part and the female part and like just the cell division of it. And I was like, I'm a nerd. I love the science, the embryology. I love.
No, I mean,
A
truly,
doctor and a nurse. What more do you expect?
Right.
This is their conversation.
Yeah, I love all like I love it. Like the whole embryo formation.
It's
It
crazy.
truly
love
is a
it.
miracle.
It is.
Honestly, I mean, when have you ever? And that's the thing that I think is crazy is when have you ever seen life come out of nothing? A living thing coming out of nothing.
True.
It's not possible. You can't take nothing and create a life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So you have to be flourishing, which is through your identity, through accepting all of this mother load, you know, all of it.
And embracing it.
And embracing it. We have to teach our kids, in order to embrace this new identity, we have to teach them self-worth. And we're modeling that. Like, I feel like even just us doing this is showing them that, like, there's a whole world out here that, like, may not be in front of our eyes.
Right.
But, like, we're able to connect, you know. We're able to make a difference. We're able to be, you know, that speaker of things that people sometimes don't want to talk about.
We can be their inspiration.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, well, mom did it. Why can't I do it?
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's why I think you should never taint a dream. Like, for example, baseball. Okay, because we're super into baseball. Boys love baseball. Pretty slim chance you'll get into MLB. Okay, I understand that, but I'm never gonna be like, you're never gonna make it. You know what I mean? If I can give them just a little sliver of a hope, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because then that'll push them and give them something to really work towards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we just always told our kids, like, you may want to be an NBA star, but, like, what is the reality?
Right.
What is the backup? What is
Right.
the reality
Yes.
career that you want to have? Because I don't want you to just reach for these huge, you know, slim chance ones. I want you to have a foundation of something else that you
Yes.
can work towards.
Very
you know?
important to have a foundation.
Yeah, but for sure, like, you let them dream.
Yeah.
You know.
Because if you're living
It's
out your
their-
dreams,
it's their identity.
It's something that they look forward to. You know.
Yeah.
Or seeing mom work in a hair, in a hair salon and seeing her flourish in that, and then making her business moves to do something else.
I
or
think
to
I knew
grow
Courtney's
it.
identity before she knew her identity.
Yeah.
She was kind of following me in, like, the healthcare aspect. And I'm just
Really?
like,
Not for me.
I'm
yeah.
just like, I don't think this is it.
I was going to school to be a
EMT.
EMT.
And I was
What?
just like, Courtney.
Why did I not know this?
Yeah.
How long were you in
I
school
had
for?
a total come apart, and I
She
was
did.
like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Our
Like,
grandma was a hairstylist, and Courtney was very artistic all the time. And I'm like, your identity, you are literally. Like
and I
grandma.
loved doing hair.
I'm like, this is your niche. And it took her going through something that was not her thing to realize it.
I mean, I think in the matter of a couple months, I went from EMT to hair school. And here I am.
Oh my gosh, this is probably when I was being, God knows what, messy, messy.
Your identity evolved, and we love you for it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it was a rough time back then. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else. What other bullet points here? I think we've done.
I think you can find your identity, like, for one, by sitting in the thoughts, like finding out like what exactly feelings you're feeling, and then going back to what you loved, and then embracing the new you. And also, like, even if you feel like you're lost, talk to somebody. Talk
Yes.
to, like, somebody who knew you at a different phase of your life. Talk to somebody, like how I kind of told Courtney, like, this isn't you. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is you.
Yes.
You know? And, like, I think I helped guide her in that, and I feel like it paid off, you know? And, like, she's told me things before that I've been completely wrong
credit
about.
for something.
Right? No, there's
Trying
been
to
things
get
I've been
credit.
completely wrong about, and she's checked me on that, you know?
Yeah.
So I think, like, everybody can check each other. Everybody can sometimes know something about somebody else that you don't know about yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what we're all here for. That's friendship. That's motherhood.
Back to the feeling the feelings. I think it's like, I just want people to understand how important it is to sit in those thoughts and those feelings. Don't be scared to do that, because then you're just avoiding a problem that's inevitably going to break you at some point.
Yeah. Go to therapy. Talk to somebody who's outside of your circle.
Yes.
And
And also,
hash it
what
out.
I've learned is it is okay to have multiple therapists until you find the right one. Yeah. The first one's probably not going to be it.
Might not
the
vibe.
second one might not be it, but don't be afraid to continue to find
Find your person.
seeking until you find your fit. You'll know.
I like the accessibility of it nowadays. I think that it used to be bad juju, you know, but now, like, you can sit on your couch at home
Yeah.
and do telehealth visits, you
Yeah.
know? It's at literally your fingertips.
Yes. And also, like the whole pieces of you thing and evolving. I'm not going to get into this. You know why? Because the camera's about to cut off. So we'll be right back. You know the drill. We're back. What I was going to say is get into the fact that you also have to, I think sitting in those feelings helps a lot because it'll also help you not be able to use your past self, your past experience, the past people that you've been involved with to limit your growth in your new self. Because I think there's a lot of people out there that kind of say, well, this is how I grew up. This is how is how it was. This is how my parents were. This is what my siblings said. You know what I mean?
It's okay to break the cycle.
Yes.
Break the cycle.
Like if you want to be a good model for your kids, sometimes you gotta break the cycle. You gotta be a better role model.
Yes. And then, you know, take the good things that you learned from your parents, whether there was, you know, how not to be or how to be. And then don't be afraid to, I don't know, try new things to see what works and what doesn't for you and your family and your spouse. And I don't know, I think it's always, it kind of angers me a little bit when people are like, well, I am who I am and you can either deal with it or don't. That's not a good attitude to have. It's just not good.
Oh, the phrase,
Crunchy.
you know how they are.
Yeah. Like, okay, but you could be better. And if you recognize that and you take the steps to be better, dude, it's not just for people around you. You as an individual, I promise you, will be in such a better headspace. Your life will be better. You will just see yourself blossom in ways that you never would have guessed if you quit holding on to the things that burnt you in the past.
We are a budding flower.
Yes.
And we have to flourish and bud and flower and open.
Yes.
You know, we have to be open. You know, that's a good way to put it.
And sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
Criticism can be hard sometimes.
Criticism, change, all of it's hard.
But that's part of it. It's part
But
of
you got to
life.
sit in the hard moments, I think, to be able to fully appreciate them.
Reflect.
Yeah.
Take a minute to reflect on yourself.
And those hard moments get us to the best moments of our life.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, you never know when you're right around the corner from a blessing.
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
Right around the corner of the grass is greener, literally.
Yeah. So I think in closing for today, we just wanted to just reiterate, like, you're more than a mom. We're going to reclaim together what got buried, you know, when we did become a mom. And I think together, like, we can kind of hold each other accountable for that. And all of you out there, hold your, you know, your sisters, your brothers, your husbands, your partners, like friends, everybody hold each other accountable for that. Motherhood is just a part of us. It's not like all of us. It's not what exclusively defines us.
You don't have to just be a mom. You can be a mom and a doctor, a mom and a sole business owner, whatever.
Yeah. Like stay-at-home moms we were talking about, they are not just moms.
Yes.
Like there's a whole role outside of just that mom side of it. So,
And usually they're pretty fun like me.
but in the meantime, we are
Motherhood Unhinged.